Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. Recently I've been uploading Minecraft ambience videos, but today I felt like mixing things up a bit and trying something different. So while I chill in my Minecraft realm, we're going to read some crazy Reddit stories together. Big shout out to baby Jamie for giving me the inspiration. We'll jump right in, but the realm is still pretty fresh, so there's plenty of terraforming left to finish. In the video, I'll be doing some farming, fishing, and a little building while we go through these stories. Some of them are hilarious, others are pretty wild. So if you like this kind of content, drop a comment and let me know. I'll definitely make more videos like this in the future. I hope you enjoy it. Let's start with the first story. It's titled, Am I the Asshole for Refusing to Pay for My Sister's Wedding? I'm a 28-year-old woman and I've always been careful with my money. I worked my way through college, cleared my student loans, and saved up enough to buy a small house. My younger sister, who's 25, has made some very different decisions. She spends every dollar the moment she gets it and frequently asks family members for help when her bills get out of control. A few months back, she got engaged. Everyone was happy until she revealed she wanted a $40,000 wedding. The issue was that she and her fiancé had only saved around $5,000. My parents offered to pitch in a few $1,000s, but my sister expected me to cover the remaining amount because, in her words, I was the wealthy sibling. I laughed, thinking she was kidding. She was. When I refused, she called me selfish and claimed that family is supposed to support one another. My parents also started pushing me, saying I could easily afford it. I explained that just because I had savings didn't mean I was willing to spend them on someone else's wedding. That money took me years of hard work to build. Now my sister has stopped talking to me and several family members are labeling me as selfish. Am I the asshole? Personally, I don't think so. Just because someone has money saved up doesn't mean they're required to finance another person's dream wedding. If you can't afford a $40,000 wedding, then you shouldn't plan one. This one feels pretty familiar to my wife and me. We went through something similar. We didn't want to pay for a $40,000 wedding, so we simply didn't have one, but that's each person's choice. I definitely don't believe the person who wrote that post is an asshole. I think they're clearly not, and I believe their sister is. Alright, moving on to the second story. I messed up by pretending to know how to fish. This happened last weekend. My girlfriend's family invited me on a fishing trip. Wanting to make a good impression, I confidently told them I had been fishing my entire life. The truth, I had never even held a fishing rod before. The morning started off rough when I spent 10 minutes trying to cast and somehow managed to hook my own backpack. Then I succeeded in tangling up 3 different fishing lines. Things got even worse when I finally got a bite. Everyone crowded around to watch me reel in what looked like a massive fish. After several minutes of fighting it, I proudly pulled it out of the water. It turned out to be a tree branch. The whole boat burst into laughter. To make it even more embarrassing, my girlfriend's 8-year-old cousin caught 3 real fish in the same amount of time it took me to catch that branch. By the end of the trip, everyone knew I had lied. Luckily, they found it funny instead of getting upset. I think that's pretty hilarious. I fish quite often in my spare time. I haven't done it as much lately, but I totally understand hooking branches. You set the hook thinking you've got something huge, and then it's just a branch. Sometimes you even have to cut the line, so it's not enjoyable at all. For story 3 we have, Am I the Asshole for Leaving My Own Birthday Dinner? I turned 30 last month. My husband wanted to organize a surprise birthday dinner for me. I was looking forward to it because he's usually not the best at planning things. When we got to the restaurant, I immediately noticed something odd. The guest list was made up almost entirely of his friends, not mine. As the dinner went on, people spent most of the evening discussing his hobbies, his job, and his accomplishments. At one point, someone even congratulated him on throwing such a wonderful party. I sat there for almost 2 hours feeling like I was just a guest at someone else's event. Eventually, I quietly paid for my drink, stood up, and left. My husband later said I embarrassed him. I told him he had turned my birthday celebration completely about himself. Now we're fighting and his friends think I overreacted. Was I wrong? No, I don't think the writer was wrong here. Even though the husband tried to do something nice, the way he did it, by inviting all his friends and none of hers, was definitely selfish. I believe the husband was the asshole. When it's someone else's birthday, you should make them the focus of the night. Invite their friends. So in this situation, definitely not the asshole. That one was pretty tough overall. I feel sorry for that writer. Story 4. My coworker has been stealing my lunch for 6 months. For months, my lunch kept vanishing from the office fridge. Every single day I'd bring food, and every day it would disappear. I complained several times, but no one seemed to know who was responsible. Eventually, I decided to set a trap. I prepared an extremely spicy burrito packed with hot peppers and extra hot sauce. The next day, around lunchtime, one of my coworkers suddenly ran to the bathroom, coughing and tearing up. The whole office instantly knew what had happened. When management checked the security footage, they confirmed he had been stealing lunches for months. In the end, he got fired. I never lost another lunch after that. Oh, justice was definitely served in that case. I can't imagine people stealing each other's food, but it has actually happened at my workplace too. In the break room, people put their lunches in the staff refrigerator, and things go missing all the time. So I'm glad this writer got some justice and figured out who was taking their lunch. That was satisfying, but yeah, I think that's going to wrap up today's stories. I know this one is kind of short, but like I said, this is my first time trying this format. Just let me know if you enjoyed this more or the same as my usual Minecraft ambience content. And if you liked listening to Reddit stories while I worked on the realm, make sure to drop a like. Maybe subscribe if you enjoyed it and tell me if you want another episode. And like Baby Jamie usually says in his videos, you can't spell subscribe without you. Anyway, thanks for hanging out everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.